Welcome back. New day, new year, and for me, a new bike. I finally decided to do a swap out or a trade-in of my 06 Road King, and came across a deal for this is a 2023 Triumph Tiger 1200. So, as I've said previously, I'm trying to get into the whole adventure touring setup here soon. And after discussing things with the wife previously about different bikes and whatnot, I came across this, and they had it says 2024s are coming out and different models. The dealership had a deal I was willing to work with, and here I am. So, it's a different ride for me. First time on more of an adventure sport touring bike, since all I've really ridden before this was the Road King or a Suzuki Boulevard before that. So the sitting position's a little different for me. My feet are directly below me versus in front all the time. But it has a lot of features that I was looking for, and some things I may or may not still change out. As you can probably tell, there's a lot more wind noise. I mean, I can see, hopefully you guys can see, I haven't had a chance to check this video yet on the camera angle. So I'm perched up a lot higher than I was before. I'm not sitting behind a huge windshield that you guys are always behind. I think now you're probably actually looking over my windshield like I am. But yeah, trying out something different. Did a lot of research on different bikes, and then decided with it's gonna rain on me. That's not nice. I see sprinkles on my new bike there. So yeah, I was looking at so many different bikes. Trying to go into the sport touring market line and the adventure touring-ish line without doing adventure tigers. This one, I wasn't really on my radar initially. And then I was at a dealership looking at BMWs actually, and saw 0% financing. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I went home, looked at other things, and that dealership had their little banners go, all these bikes have 0% financing. And the Triumph was on there, but only the Triumph Tiger 1200 out of all the different models. So I was like, Because I was also curious about the Triumph Rocket 3, which would be probably closer to my Harley, except more of a naked bike. But that one wasn't on the list, unfortunately. So I didn't even try to play with that bike. But the other big thing that this one had that I was really keen towards is it has a shaft drive on it. And I'm like, cool. My Harley had a belt, and belts are supposed to get for 50 to 100,000 miles, depending on how it's done. But I'm like, I'd ride at least 4 days a week to work if I can. 100 miles almost each one of those trips. I did not want to clean a chain every 500 miles. So, yeah, that shaft drive was something I was really intrigued with, especially since I'm not going for super heavy power. And not that this thing isn't powerful as hell compared to the torque and power of the Road King being an 06. But BMW has a couple bikes that were shaft drive, and then Yamaha has the FJR that I've been really interested in. And it kind of came down to, when I was doing all these researches, I was like, okay, what's the insurance on all these different bikes? So I went to my broker and I go, okay, here's a list of bikes I'm thinking about getting. Can you give me a price on them all? And interestingly enough, like this bike, I had the BMW, was it 900 XR on that list? The 1000 XR was on the list. This bike and the 900 were the same. And then that was a dead end road. And were the two cheapest ones, ironically. I did put the Duke 1290 GT on the list out of curiosity, which was the most expensive one. I put the FJR 1300 on there. And ironically, the FJR was actually more expensive for me to insure than the BMW 1000 XR. That really surprised me. I was like, I was kind of joking with it. I was like, oh, let me just put it on here for fun, out of curiosity of what those would be. And my premium was like, it was almost double to comparison of increase from this bike to the FJR. And the BMW 1000 was like halfway in between. I was like, geez, I could do the 1000 friggin' sport bike motor in a sport touring design in a BMW brand cheaper than an FJR. That really surprised me, especially being a newer bike and a newer design bike. But a BMW versus Yamaha. So, but yeah, it was lots of different researches. Of course, trading the bike was not a great financial win, but we got to a price point that we were both willing to work with, and here I am today. So I did need to order the saddlebags or the panniers for this and the bracket to hold it up. So that was a little bit more of a cost than initial. And I haven't decided if I want to do a taller windshield or a different designed windshield. I'll have to look at that. I have taken this thing on the highway a couple times now, and there's a lot of wind noise, as you can tell. There's actually a lot of wind hitting my shoulder blades, which on the Harley, I had a humongous windshield on there that I could see over, but it didn't, like, wind just went around me and never touched me. So I just have to figure out, as I do the break-in period on this, what I want to do for modifications on that. But other than that, I don't know if I really want to do anything else to this bike yet. Like I said, I'll look into that part. And I do have the panniers in. I thought about a top case also, but I might not do that. I might just try to figure out my lunch situation for work without it. And then when I go camping this year, I'll do probably a duffel bag. They do have rock straps already, and go with that. But yeah, so I mean, now I've got all sorts of toys. Like I got a quick shifter now. I do have cruise control now. Heated grips came with this bike. As you can see, a little icon on there, and it's currently raining on me. Hydraulic clutch, as you can see. Ride modes are on this thing. Comfort zone is supposed to have electronic suspension. I gotta still play with a little bit. It's amazing how many things are electronic on this that I didn't think about. Like the steering lock when you park it has a button on it instead of a key, because it's a key fob on this thing. Even the gas tank needs the key fob. It doesn't use the key. The bike has to be on to open up the gas cap. But yeah, it's just I'm learning it. I wish I had more time to ride, but like this week is supposed to rain for the next 3 days, so we'll see how it goes. Try to get out in time. Like it wasn't supposed to rain for another hour right now, but here I am sitting in getting dripped on. But as for the ride, it's been nice. Quick shifter. I mean, I've never really ran a sport bike, so I wouldn't know how good the quick shifter is. For me, it works. It's got the auto blipper down, the quick shifter. Everything seems to be working as intended right now. So I seem to be happy, and we'll see what happens when I add the panniers in the case, and then if I decide on a different windshield. But hopefully for you guys and myself, we can start doing more adventures. Start traveling like I've been wanting to do with this channel since I started it, and seeing more things. So that was actually another thing besides the shaft drive on this. After the first initial break-in oil change, which is like 600 miles, it has 10,000 mile service intervals on it. I don't know how much those cost. I don't want to know until I get to it. But yeah, the service intervals are 1 year, or 1 year to have them done at the bare minimum, or 10,000 miles, which I should easily be hitting every year. So yeah, hopefully I can bring you guys along, have some more fun. If there's things I should know about this bike that I don't know, please try to tell me about it. I'm trying to research everything on it. I need to change up what I can do. I know I'm changing out my phone. It's interesting that this bike has more vibration in the handlebars than my Harley did. That this bike with my handlebar mount has already busted my camera on this phone for only 2 days of riding it to work. I found that amusing when I was like, oh, let me take a picture, and all of a sudden my phone is vibrating to hell. I was like, oh, well, I guess I broke my camera. Guess I gotta get a new phone now. Which this model does have a weird, under the pillion seat is a storage compartment that's foam coated, and it's for you to put your cell phone in it and store it, and then it has a charging adapter in there. But and then this thing has Bluetooth, and you can use their app and use navigation and everything through Bluetooth. But I don't know if I haven't done the app yet, because now I'm also going to be changing out my phone. But I kind of like my mapping programs like Google Maps or Apple Maps, because I like seeing traffic on it, and when I was looking at the videos of people using the navigation or having it on, it was more of just a big arrow on the screen. And I like to use it a lot for what kind of road hazards might be coming up on when I'm traveling. So I did order, or I will be ordering, the vibration dampener for the rock form when I order my new phone also, in case. And we'll see where it goes. But with that, I'm gonna get out of here, get out of the rain. So for everyone out there, you be safe and have fun. Until next time.